Hey guys, what's up? We have to talk about something. So this came up in my feed yesterday. It was posted in a group. I think it was posted by the original person that this happened to. And then Petapixel and a few other places have picked it up. It kind of makes me feel validated because I was feeling a certain way about what was posted, which we'll talk about in a second. So the fact that people are picking it up and making such a huge deal out of it makes me extremely happy. But let's talk about what it is. So a production company that works for Netflix for the show Love is Blind has approached photographers and asked them to shoot the final wedding scenes for free. If you're not familiar with the show Love is Blind, the first season on Netflix, you should watch it because it's great. But what happens is essentially people meet, there's a wall between them. They only get to meet after one of them proposes to, try to prove if love is actually blind. I think a few of the couples are actually still together. It was a great show. I love the concept. It was also kind of a shit show at the same time as it was a great show. So, it made for all the best kinds of TV that everybody likes to watch. So what they are asking from a photographer is at the end of the show, when they're deciding if they are actually going to go through with getting married to this person that they've barely met by this point, they are asking a photographer to be at these weddings. They specifically asked for 5 weddings, and they want the rights to the photos too. They don't want just somebody to be there. They want the rights to the photos. They want them to be able to be shared, for advertising. They want them to be able to share it for magazines, for whatever they want. But they want it for free. They don't want to pay the photographer. Let me read you the exact emails. And the girl that posted all of this, and they got the email from them, his name's Megan. Here's what the email reads. Hi Megan, I hope you are having a great week so far. I'm a producer for the show Love is Blind on Netflix and wanted to reach out because we would love for you to potentially be a wedding photographer for our upcoming season. I don't have a specific date in mind yet, but wanted to get the conversation started so that when the time comes, it will be easy to just find a good day and time together and have some of the logistics already figured out. We will be filming through May and June. Love is Blind is one of the biggest TV phenomenons of 2020 and one of the year's most watched shows in the world, with over 30 million households tuning in. It held the #1 spot on Netflix for 4 consecutive weeks and has taken social media and press by storm. It was nominated for 2 Primetime Emmys last year for Outstanding Structured Reality TV Series and Outstanding Casting. And then, of course, from that, she replied probably with cool, there's nothing in there about, anything at all. She, if I remember correctly, I can't actually find the original post, but she replied oh, right, that's awesome. What's up? Give me some more details, and then they replied back. And I'm guessing from this that the lady who she's replying to's name is Natalie. Hi Megan, thanks so much for getting back to me. You would attend the weddings and take photos. We are doing all of the weddings at the same location. It would be 5 weddings total. You would need to be available June 6th through 10th. Times are to be determined as of right now. This would be an unpaid opportunity, but your photos will be used for promos in US Weekly, People, etc. Does this sound like something you'd be interested in? Let me know, thanks. So at this point, up until here, I can tell you right now how Megan's feeling. Megan is oh my God, they found me, they want me, this is so exciting, I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna talk to people who are in television, maybe it's an opportunity, such a great show, maybe, I can do it again the next year. I can see right now how excited she is getting that first email. I would felt the same way. But then this email, how, I'm actually shaking thinking about it. How much of a gut punch is that? Hey, we want you to work for free. This is an unpaid opportunity. Are you kidding me? So first of all, there's 2 things that I want to talk about. There's 2 different reasons for feeling this way. The first one is because it's free. Who wants to shoot 5 weddings for free at that? And then, for exposure, right? That's just not a word you don't use the word exposure. It's a dirty word to photographers. We don't like it. The other thing is the fact that it's not like it's a charity asking for something or like a nonprofit. Like, there's certainly reasons why people ask for free things. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. Like, obviously not the production company, but Netflix is worth like billions of dollars. Are you kidding me? I will link the Petapixel article down below so you can read through it if you'd like to get like a little more details. Like, I'm like so heated about it that I can't even like talk right, but I just cannot believe that a multi-billion-dollar company would like not want to pay somebody. Again, it's the production company. So the production company, how like television and that kind of stuff works, any kind of that stuff. So Netflix hires a production company to make the show, and Netflix gives them a budget. So they're sitting there with a budget and they're like, how can this be spent? So instead of allocating funds to a photographer for that part of the show, and that's honestly, at the end of the day, that's going to live on. Like, those photographs are going to get shared everywhere. You know, in the contract, it's going to say that they have rights to all those photos, so you're not even going to be able to sell them to the magazines yourself and make money. It's so ridiculous that they can't find funds for a photographer. So the saddest thing, and the last thing that I want to mention, is that somebody's going to do this. And it's super unfair. And I think it's important that as photographers, we get the word out that this is not okay. We don't, because what's going to happen is somebody's going to take this job, somebody's going to work their ass off at this job and get nothing for it. Nobody cares. When you publish a photo in Us Weekly or People, especially if you've signed a contract to sign over the rights to those photos so they can do whatever they want with them, you are not going to be credited. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't, like, maybe they might, like, it would be up to the magazine at that point to ask who took the photo, but like, they're not going to care. You're gonna be handing over your work and it's gonna be so for free. It's ridiculous. Hey, Editing Teal here. I just wanted to insert some things that Megan actually had to say, and I believe she said these to Petapixel and not to the actual production company, but I mean, her thoughts are valid, and I like how she maps things out. She talks about, what they'd be paying for. She has gear, she has a team, she has, insurance for that kind of thing. She might actually need more insurance because she'd be, doing a lot of stuff. It'd be her time in editing, her computer, her gas every day for food. And you know what? She doesn't even mention like room and board. I'm assuming that maybe she lives near where they would be filming, and that's why that's not into account, put into account. But it's just absolutely ridiculous. I actually also really like what she said, reminding everybody that we're in a pandemic, so I'm going to read that. Do you recall we are in a pandemic where the service industry is struggling significantly? She asked. You are worth $200 billion and can't pay a photographer anything for 5 days, 5 weddings. That's a lot of exhausting work and hard work for you to get free images for you to use to advertise and promote a TV show that will make a ton of money from it. It's insulting to artists worldwide. Megan, I could not agree with you more, and kudos to you for standing your ground and bringing this to light. It's something that you could have easily just kept to yourself, but you didn't, and I'm so happy that you didn't. We need to spread the word. Nobody needs to accept this job. It's absolute bullcrap. Shooting 5 weddings, that should be, tens of thousands of dollars for this person to and 2 at that, in June is when they have to do it. That's the starting of wedding season, people getting married in the summer. I will link the article below. It definitely had me heated. It's something that I wanted to talk about. There is a time and a place to work for free if you feel the need to work for free, but this is not it. This is absolute crap. It makes me, again, it's not necessarily Netflix, it's the production company, but I hope that Netflix gets wind of this and makes a statement. I at least want to hear what Netflix has to say. Or I guess Petapixel tried to get a hold of the person who was writing the emails to Megan, and they couldn't get a statement. So I hope that somebody has something to say for themselves, because that's pretty chicken shit. But yeah, as a community, I hope that we can come together, and I hope that whoever ends up doing this job for them gets paid for it, because it's unfortunate that the worth of a photographer is just as easy as, well, you'll do it for free for exposure. I'm definitely sick and tired of this whole like not valuing photography, really not valuing a whole lot of things. Like everybody wants everything for free these days, and it's kind of shitty. It definitely like puts a damper on things. Like everybody deserves to get paid for what they do. I don't care what you do, you deserve to get paid for it. It's just crappy. So, okay, that's all I have. Rant over. Again, I will link the article in the description. If you have any comments, let me know. Let me know what you think about this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please do so, and I will see you next time. Bye.